So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So bring your attention to your body, please. And observe your posture, head to toes. And say, Sopateva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. And take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Following my words mentally, relax your body, please. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax all abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. And release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So bring your attention to the sensation and recognize inhalation, exhalation through the sensation of it. Not by visualizing, dreaming, thinking about it, or doing anything. Just only by through the sensation of it. And do nothing extra. Allow everything to settle down as it is. And be very limited only to the sensation of the inhalation and exhalations. So if your mind go here and there, you can bring it back again and again. Bring a little bit more attention and follow the entire continuation of the inhalations and exhalations. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalations or exhalations. Always remember, allow it to happen naturally itself. So each and every inhalation, exhalation is unique and has its own way of behavior. Some become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. Your inhalation, exhalations are the macro level of your life. So that how that building blocks each and every moment change and separate each other. Just recognize yourself. Observe how calming down your body inhalations happen, calming down your body exhalations happens. Calming down your mind, inhalations happen. Calming down your mind, exhalations happens. Just recognize it. This all mind, body, and breathing interconnected. So completely be free from all the techniques, methods, thoughts, ideas. Just simply observe any kind of sensation arise in your body and see how it arises, exists, and disappear itself. So out of the contacts, feelings arise. Out of the feelings, the recognition arise. When the contacts change, feelings change, and also the recognitions change. And see how object and subject both change. So what you experience and experiencer both change. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe, as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. So with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So dear Dhamma practitioners, today is the full moon day, Vesak full moon day. And when it comes to the Vesak full moon, we have to remember we are so fortunate to experience this Dharma because this came through a very long journey with many difficulties. And in this 2,500 years, this journey of the Dharma was not easy. And even during the Buddha's time, it was not easy for him. But the tool that we carry with the Dharma is the compassion. So when you develop the compassion, that whatever the difficulties come through this journey, it's going to be a kind of like blessings. Because when you have the wisdom, when you develop the wisdom, what's happening? All the misery is going to become like blessings. And when you have the ignorance, even all the blessings can turn to difficulties or the miseries. So the Buddha's teaching always emphasize and always push us towards, always guide us towards the wisdom. So then your responsibility is always look for the wisdom, not any other details. And at the same time, you have to develop the compassion in your heart. So when it comes to the Buddha's character, so look at, as you know, he had a very luxurious life. He used to live in the palace and had everything. And then he left that everything and went towards the dispassion. And even he changed that entire the lifestyle. Not only the palace, not only just leaving the palace. Just look himself in the beginning, even he changed all the cloth also. He gave up all the jewelry, all the jewelries and the cloth, that everything. And he completely transformed to different form. And then the lifestyle that he developed and became more simple, harmonized, and very natural. So that itself took him towards some kind of connection with the nature. So this is a very simple basic we have to understand. When it comes to life, look at ourselves. Every day, we always bring things towards us. And we always try to accumulate. We are kind of like magnet. So we like to bring things, collect things. And at the same time, we look for the freedom. But when it comes to the Buddha's life, the beginning of his life, he started to give up everything. And then he found a very natural way of living. So then after that, what he taught. So that doesn't mean by today you have to give up this everything and then to be kind of like a sannyasi or kind of like a yogi to understand this dharma. No, the beginning, how he start, you should know that from where this come, because it will help you to get into the bottom of the teachings. So once he start to recognize the Dharma, he always talk about purifying our mind from the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So when it comes to the greed, hatred, and the delusion, it's always our choice. And we try to deal with this outside world, fight with outside world, resist with outside world, love with outside world. But finally, we deeply lost inside us. But when it comes to the deeper teaching is the Buddha's teaching, he always try to address to self-realization, recognizing ourselves. So then today, after this long journey, you experience this Dharma. Then you have to remember, our life is not permanent here. And this all the facilities, and at the same time, the very life we experience can change by tomorrow. So there was a teacher told to her students to write an essay about the most beautiful things in the world. So then one child talk about the China Wall. And one child start to talk about the Mount Everest. And one child, you start to talk about the Grand Canyon. And another child start to talk about Niagara Falls. And then another child about the Eiffel Tower. These all beautiful things in the world. But then there was a little girl and was so silent and writing something. And she was not giving the answers. And then the teacher asked her, so now it is your time. You can share that what is the most beautiful thing in the world? And this child started to tell. Our eyes and all the beauty we experience. And our ear is the most beautiful thing. And our nose is the most beautiful thing. And our tongue is the most beautiful thing. Our body and our life. And accumulating this all the experience that we hold this life is the most beautiful gift that we have in the world. Even though there are world wonders. Look at this child. The way that child understood the beauty of life. So then when it comes to yourself, you have to understand that the life you experience with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that there is no way that you can replace it. It is the ultimate gift that you can have within yourself. But the thing is, at the same time, remember, you are in a great risk, in a danger. Why? Because any time this can disappear. Because you have no power over this anything. By tomorrow, when you wake up, this anything can change. It happened. Everywhere it happened. So then you have to remember by in the moment, when you see something, when you hear something, smell something, taste something, feel something, is it worth for you? Where it try to take you? And how it going to help for your life for tomorrow? And what is the outcome going to happen inside you? Not with the outside. Because outside world change. The most difficult most difficult problems or the situations around the world only exist, remain in the same level only for 7 days. There's nothing can remain the same more than 7 days. Any problem in the outside world, it by itself, it's going to change. Because the very life itself depend on change. But when it comes to you, you have to always look what you experience as life and where it try to take you. So that is what the Buddha always try to address. So then when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, mainly there are that two things we can find. Abhijja, domanassa. There are two things you always eliminate from your mind. Abhijja, the desire, domanassa, the resistance. So the desire and anger, those are the two things mainly you have to reduce from your mind. But the thing is this, if you don't see it, recognize it, the desire as desire, the resistance or the anger as anger, you cannot get out of it. So, recognizing the desire as desire, lust as lust, anger as anger, not in the outside world, inside you, is the wisdom. So the thing is, when we don't recognize the desire as desire, lust as a lust, and when we don't recognize the anger, hatred, violence as the anger, hatred, violence, and that becomes the ignorance. But if you recognize it very clearly, then it becomes the wisdom. So if you don't recognize it, so the abhijja, domanassa, these two qualities in your mind, if you don't recognize within yourself, it itself transforms to ignorance. If you are able to recognize it, it will transform you to wisdom. So regarding what this lust or the resistance or the anger, we mainly think about the outside world. It's not about the outside world. So the lust, the desire about your form, feeling, perception, what the volition and the recognition. 5 aggregates. You have desire, you bound to it. You hold it to your form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition. If you don't see it, maybe you will deal with the outside material world. But if you don't see it, you belong to samsara. You will go again and again and again. So then what the Buddha's main teaching was recognizing that the desire that you carry in you towards your own form, feeling, perception, volition or mental formation or the recognition or the consciousness. And the anger. So the anger means the resistance, not about outside world. Maybe you see it as you doing it to an outside world. But actually the very beginning point, the macro level of understanding is you not reacting to the outside world. You cannot do that. You have capacity to react to your own form, feelings, perception, volition or the mental formations, and the recognition or your own consciousness. We think we deal with the outside world, but we always react to our own mechanism inside us. So if you're able to see this, then you see two nature. It's always desire, holding, grasping, clinging. Another thing is resisting. So it's happening in your mind. But before the Buddha, and even there are some today, and is still struggling with this outside material physical world. But when it comes to the very meaning of the Buddha's teaching, you have to remember this understanding regarding your own behavior is the Buddha's the main teaching. And for that, you have to develop some tools to get into these 5 aggregates. So one is the sati. So sati means awareness. Without that, you cannot see your own experience. So once you see the sati or the awareness, then sampajana, that's mean recognition. You can understand it. So the problem is without the awareness, we try to understand things regarding our own experience, not about outside information. So once you develop the awareness, you can see, you can recognize your own feelings. And that is where you're going to maintain it. And that is where you can see what is profitable and what is unprofitable for you. So the seeing is very important. Not only the good things, all the bad things also you have to recognize. So whatever happening within yourself, with the lust and the anger or the hatred. Because without recognizing these two things, how you can get out of it? And maybe we always like to see all the nice things, good things, and we have a very basic habit to not to see, not to understand, not to look into to bad things and why it become bad. So when you don't recognize it, how you can get out of that? So then remember yourself that always the awareness, it's the mindfulness, that the sati is the leading point when it comes to the Buddha's teaching. And we talk about all the sutras, chanting, culture, that when it comes to this full moon, there are a lot of cultural events after 1 year, and people do all the good things and then they go back to their ordinary life. But that is not there. So, and today we had for this university students, we had a meditation program, and one student asked, for Vesak Day, what is the special technique we're going to? So what? When it comes to the sati, awareness, and there is nothing, there is special awareness and the ordinary awareness, so like that. So in the bottom line, the awareness, sati is sati. But we think, oh, when it comes to, special occasions, oh, you have to do special thing. When it comes to meditation, if you just when it comes to a special occasion, if you develop a special meditation, what about other days? So all the time, when you come to meditate, when you practice meditation, you have to put your best for your practice. It is not, you should not wait for special occasion, only full moon day I do my best. No, anytime. How about by the next full moon, if you're going to die, what will happen? So then you have to remember yourself all the time, even at home, that whatever, if there is a moment come for you to practice, do your best. Don't hold anything. Because who knows the very next time you're going to practice or not. So then always the awareness is the most important part. Because that will take you to understand and the recognition. And once you go to the recognition, that is where you recognizing, oh, I have to cut this down. I have to cultivate this. So you are kind of like a farmer that cultivate awareness. You can do only develop the awareness in the first level. Just imagine like a farmer, when that farmer doing this, the farmer cannot grow the harvest. What the farmer can do, can put the seed on the ground and put the necessary requirement, the soil, water, like that, and give the protection. So the seed itself going to grow. So like that, when it comes to the awareness and the recognition, you cannot go to the recognition without sati or the awareness. So then to get into the sati, by praying, by dreaming, asking, you cannot get into that. How you can get into the sati? Just by practicing, becoming mindful. There is no any other way. But mostly we clinging to the world to collect the knowledge. And we always, like to collect the words. There was a teacher, and he used to teach from a book. And by the time he used to write all the teachings himself. And then the students, became little by little, he started to have more students. And then one day he told, remember, because now his all teachings in this book, and he told, remember, never think out of this book, these books. And all the teachings, you have to follow according to this book. Never do anything out of this book. So then one day, everybody go for a journey. Then they had to cross a wooden bridge, river. And then in the middle of the bridge, the teacher fell down and struggling in the water and asking help, help, help. And what the students did, and start to look the book and to find and what to do when somebody fell down to the water. But what happened? By the time teacher disappeared in the water. So the same thing happened to us. If you clinging to, and if you become very limited to something, that knowledge will going to take you. So then when it comes to this Buddha's teaching, always remember, there is nothing beyond awareness. There's nothing beyond recognizing ourselves. Even though we have a world in it, with that world that the ordinary life, when it comes to the deeper teachings, the most important part that you have to cultivate in you is your awareness. From this all towards this journey, we have to remember all the enlightened masters are the monks, lay people, devotees. They sacrifice a lot to protect this and bring it to you. That's why you hear this. And it's kind of like, when the autumn comes, you may have seen how the geese, fly towards south. And for the winter, it's like a V shape, bird, the geese. And there is a strong geese, that bird, that his feathers, and giving comfort to all others to have a less wind towards them. And when in front of whoever the strongest bird become tired, and then another bird go and overtake it, and then this bird come back, and then another bird start to go. So that's how they go, like a V shape. They fly far away. They can go far away. So the community of the Sangha also like that. And from 2,600 years to today, this how it came to this world. So then you have to remember, there is a time for you also to go to the front and giving the some rest and the space for others. And how are you going to do it? When your opportunity comes, can you contribute to that, to this Buddha's dispensation? What you going to contribute? So the main thing that you have to remember, first you have to understand the value of this human life. If you don't understand it, there is no way you can get into the front. So once you understand the value of the human life, the most valuable thing is you can cultivate your heart. All the qualities you can find with the animals, all the behavior, all the lifestyle, and sometimes you may see it is, more advanced than the human life maybe, but they cannot cultivate their mind. So you are the one who can, in this animal world, we are the one who can cultivate our mind. So cultivate towards what? Because from nature, we are bound to the lust and the anger. So if you cultivate that, there's nothing special. All the animals the same. They also go with the lust and the anger, the resistance and the desire. So then what you can cultivate in you? So the main important thing is the compassion. We are the one who are capable to have the compassion towards all living beings. All living beings. Seen, unseen, born, unborn, any. And ignorance, wise, and even the angry people and the happy people, and whoever hate you, whoever love you, you have capacity to develop the compassion towards the both. We always sometimes think, oh, you should understand me, you should understand me. But we also have the responsibility to understand others. So as you know, nowadays we experience, if your immunity is good, strong, you no need to worry about the virus. The same like when your compassion is stronger, higher, don't worry about others' ignorance, or don't worry about others' hate. Don't worry about others' anger. Don't worry about others' blame, because you are capable to accept it. You know, when it comes to the poison, if you are strong enough, that poison cannot affect you. But when you become weaker, and if the poison is going to become stronger, and then it can kill you. So in the very first level, to get into the front, in this, the journey of the Buddha's dispensation, to contribute yourself, the very first quality that you should have, the compassion. Open your heart. Don't hold. Don't afraid to open your heart. Even for the enemies or the whatever, the whoever you love. Like the mother have the compassion towards the child. And always remember, don't afraid to open your heart, because that fear, the lust sometimes make us very limited. No. We no need to do this. We no need to do that. And sometimes you have a good intention and maybe you get disappointed later. No, I'm not going to do it. No, don't do that. You have to encourage yourself more and more and more. And that's going to be the one of the major important quality that cultivate your heart, compassion. Because recognizing that yourself and developing it itself and will help you to get into the sati. The very reason is this: when you are developing the compassion, what will happen? Then naturally it will reduce the power of the desire, lust, and the anger. So then the best tool yourself is not only the people that around you. Every day, from this Vesak full moon day, every day in your life, at least 5 minutes, always remember. And do the loving kindness meditation towards entire universe. Don't hold anything. Open your heart to entire universe. And then you will see how your awareness is going to become, how your sati, mindfulness is going to become settled down and become more comfortable in you. And once you develop the awareness, that the compassion and the loving kindness in you, there is an energy arise in you. That energy will help you to come to the front like that geese contributing each other. Because that is where you become qualified. Now you have the compassion, now you have the energy. Out of that compassion, you gain the energy. That is where you don't get tired. That is where you don't give up. Even you die, it's going to be okay. That is where you become a bodhisattva. That is where you start to become part of this Buddha's journey. Otherwise, if you get tired, then you get mad, angry, disappointed. No. Once you have the compassion, once you become energized, remember, out of that compassion, you're not going to get tired. always. Again and again, again and again, you come back with the greater compassion. That is what the Buddha's way. And then there is opportunity come for you naturally. All this community of Sangha, not only the monks, all the lay people, and whoever. And sometimes somewhere there is opportunity come for you to come forward and take a lead. Then you become part of that. And then you contribute. And that contribution itself become your spiritual currency for you to take with you. Because as we know, one day we have to let go this everything. Sabbam pahaya gamaniya. We have to let go this everything. Even this body, we have to let go. But out of that compassion and the energy, what you contribute to the community, it's going to go with you. Until you attain to the Nibbana, it's going to come behind you like the shadow never going to leave your body. So then, always remember, it is your own responsibility. You have to do it by yourself. And when you are always in that mindset, it itself becomes the mindfulness. It itself takes you to the awareness. And that is where you always, now you have loving kindness and compassion, and now you have the energy, and then you have the awareness. And then that is where when you see, because once you have the awareness, you can see how the lust and the anger arise within you. That means within your own form, feeling, perception, volition, and the recognition. And once you see that, you're not going to hold it. You're recognizing to cut it off, release it, and become free from that. That itself become your wisdom. And the day by day, when this circle becomes stronger, there is a moment come. Your mind completely become free from the lust and the anger. And then that only the loving kindness and compassion and only the energy and only the mindfulness and only the recognition. And that is where your liberation going to happen. That is where you fulfill your journey in this samsara and transform yourself to the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassato ma te bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata nehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamanchatu. Bless you.